Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. If you have a gardening question you'd like our host Fred Howard to answer, send him an email. The email address is fred@planttalkradio.com. Now for today's question.
Hi, good morning. How are you this morning?
We're fine, Ken. The sun's up, and so are we.
Exactly. So, my daughter and I tried to grow Brussels sprouts last year.
Okay.
Hers obviously grew a lot better than mine, but we never got Brussels sprouts.
Okay. Now, I laugh because of my own personal experience. I am not a good gardener in the sense of veggies. As a child, I did a lot of it to support us during the Second World War, and then I went off into what I'll call other plants. Now, I tried Brussels sprouts. I got those rascals to grow up to about 2.5 feet tall, good, thick, heavy stem. They grew on through the summer, and then, no crop. And all right, I won't put it in my terminology, but they're done for the year. I simply pulled them loose, whacked them into thirds, threw them in the compost pile to, let's just say, dispose of themselves. Come spring, I was going through the compost pile. I came across three of these nice thick stems that I had thrown into compost, and there were Brussels sprouts bigger than my thumb on the stems after having formed and then grown through the winter in the compost pile. I very carefully washed them. I dug till I found them all. I washed them off, snapped them off, cooked them up, and ate a few of them even green. Now, that tells you I don't know much about Brussels sprouts. I don't know why I didn't get a crop. I don't know why you didn't get a crop. It must have to do with our timing. It would have to do perhaps with growth conditions. Maybe hers was better drained soil than yours. I don't know. I really don't know the answer here. But I can tell you how I got my Brussels sprouts by throwing them in the compost pile. I don't think you probably did the same. So I'm going to have to suggest, quite honestly, check the package that the seeds are in for any kind of comments like that. And then at many of the good garden centers, there are people who have been gardening for years and years and years. Go on a weekday when they're not so overwhelmed on a weekend and see if you can get them to say, well, I did thus and so, and this is what I got. Otherwise, Ken, I don't know.
Well, I know that sometimes I say you should take all the leaves off except for the top leaves, and we tried that on some plants. Other plants, we left the leaves all on.
Yep.
And we would have leaves come out, but they would never form into the actual Brussels sprout.
And, and I know only that a Brussels sprout is the flowering part of that plant. It's a rather green flower as that's concerned. But, and I know I like them in butter fried, but I can't take you beyond that.
Hey, thanks again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our other podcasts as well, the Plant of the Week podcast and the Plant Talk Radio podcast, all on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. If you'd like to sponsor a daily podcast, contact us at fred@planttalkradio.com. To find out more about Fred Howard and Plant Talk Radio, visit our website, planttalkradio.com.
We've had a lot of questions about how we started the Dollar Saving Divas and why we do this.
I know. Well, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Leslie.
And we are the Dollar Saving Divas, but we do more than just
dollar saving tips. But we started talking about this. It was
15 years ago when we used to work together.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember we started it because we both like the same kind of food.
Yeah.
So we would go in search of
There's lunch every day.
Lunch every day.
Let's find the best chili.
Let's find the best crab cake. Remember, we would just go place to place,
and we would compare. And it was our fun little lunch break every day.
It was a joke that we said, we ought to do this sometime for like a radio show
And we both had young kids. And so we were trying to find ways to, even cut costs and still provide all those things that you want to provide for your family. And live within your budget.
And I used to do a lot of events and marketing. So, we've done everything from tricks and tips on, party planning and how to decorate a table to different foods. I mean, we've traveled around the community to lots of different,
Yeah, we
cities.
discovered some things in the community that, we didn't know were there. We thought, well, gosh, other people should know.
Exactly. Great shopping places. We even took a vacation to Naples, Florida, which
Right.
I think we should do more of that traveling,
Well, absolutely.
actually.
Yeah, we should do more
I
of
think
that.
some international would be good.
But I think it's a lot of our life experiences. It's a lot of life.
A lot of life experiences. We're not going to say how many combined, but
Sharing that with other people.
yeah, I don't want to say we could, together it would be like.
No, we're not going to say
okay,
that.
I'm not even going to go there. I think it's really fun. I mean, we're now actually going and looking for sponsors. I mean, people are actually following us, and they're,
I know.
It's amazing. We've got, it's like.
People do want to hear what we have to say.
And actually, I've heard some people even take notes. They have to replay it because, like I want to know where that really good happy hour is, and
Well, everybody wants to know where a really good happy hour
Well, and
is.
we're really good because we know where all the good happy hours are. Just ask us any place you live.
All those years of work. You need to know a good lunch spot and a good happy hour spot.
and never the two shall meet because you shouldn't be drinking at lunch. But it's just been really fun, and I think we're really expanding the things we're doing, which is I never thought that people would actually listen to us.
Well, I think that's the fun part is we are doing what's fun to us.
Exactly. So it's not like it's work.
Right. We're just having a good time and talking about it.
And maybe we shouldn't be talking about some of the good times that we
Well,
have.
right. Probably a little censorship would be good.
Well, I think we go bleep, bleep in between
That's why
things.
these podcasts are really 20 minutes, but we edit them down to 8.
Yes, because
There's so many things that shouldn't go in there.
Yes, bleep, bleep. It's like that. What is it? What do they do on the on TV? It's like the lag time or the
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We have to have a 10-second delay.
That's it, a 10-second delay. But we've really had fun, and so I hope people continue to listen to us.
Yeah.
And if if people have things that they thought would make a good podcast, they really ought to contact us.
Let us know because we're always open to new adventures.
Yeah, particularly if they include travel, food, and drink.
Alcohol. And we're down.
We're good to go.
Circle270media.com